Hey guys, Todd Durkin here. Welcome to Fitness Quest 10 and our Get Serious campaign. Just recently I talked about getting serious with one aspect of your life. Maybe it's your exercise, maybe your nutrition, or getting motivated so you can get to the next level and what you're trying to propel yourself to. And you did a great job asking a lot of questions on our Facebook campaign about what you're getting serious about. And one of the many questions that came up again was about nutrition. And not only what you should eat before and after you work out, which I am going to share here, but also throughout the day. So I'm going to share those things again so you make sure you have your nutrition dialed in to get serious, because your nutrition sets your foundation for your exercise, for your business, for what you do, and regardless of what you do. So let's take a look at what we have today. I'm going to give you in a nutshell all of the simple aspects, and notice how clean it is. Once again, let's start out with breakfast, the most important, essential meal of the day. This is your best friend. This is a measuring cup, okay? What I usually do is 1 cup, okay? 1 cup of egg whites along with some spinach. Make that nice egg white omelet. There you go, along with a cup of oatmeal. You don't need to put a lot of stuff in there, but if you want to put some nuts and some raisins in there with some non-fat milk, that makes for a great breakfast. Very, very simple, very clean. Now, we're gonna come on over. I'm gonna give you some meal choices for lunch and dinner. Okay, this is a great meal right here. We have our salad. We've got mixed greens with some tomatoes in there. This is sweet potatoes. This is about 6 ounces of sweet potatoes along with 1 cup of brown rice and 6 ounces of chicken or fish. This is clean. You have your lean source of protein. You have some whole grain. Sweet potato is a low glycemic carbohydrate. That means it's going to be slowly digested in the system, so you don't have this huge insulin spike. This is an example of a great lunch or dinner. Now, every 3 meals, after breakfast and after lunch, you should be having a snack. Here are some great snack choices along the way. How about a piece of fruit? It could be a banana, an orange. Eggs, right? This is just from Trader Joe's. You got a whole egg. Very, very simple. Have a couple eggs. One of my favorites is a handful of almonds, okay? About 20 almonds. Just grab yourself a handful of almonds, and it makes for a great snack along the way. Again, every 3 hours or so you're eating. Now again, this is very, very clean, makes it simple. Now in the mornings when I package it up, you can see these are all in Tupperware. You also have your 2 scoops of whey protein, if you like, whether it be chocolate or vanilla. Okay, you put that in your shaker and you shake it on up, and you have a protein shake. Again, simple. You may do this 2 or 3 times a day. I advocate about 1 gram of protein, lean protein, per pound of body weight. And whether you get that in through chicken, fish, lean red meat, it's okay, or you can supplement it as well. Now let's go over what you should eat before and after you work out, because I had a lot of questions last time and to get serious about the nutrition, about what should I eat. Now, the snacks are good. About an hour before, you can have something light. Again, you can have some almonds or some cashews. I always say, like the nuts, eat foods that look like your brain, right? Like that brainy look. Cashews and almonds, and even like vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli look like that. If you like a bar, okay, here's an example of a bar, the 01. Now, let me tell you, many of you had questions about Gatorade, because last time I shared you the Gatorade, you're like, well, why Gatorade? Well, here's the deal with Gatorade. Many of you know the G Series, and the G Series, we use a lot of that with our athletes. But Gatorade actually has come out with a new line called the G Series Fit, and the G Series Fit actually has less calories in it. It has less sugar, and there is no high fructose corn syrup. So actually, this is the 03. There's an 01, 02, and 03. So many of you are asking questions like, oh, you had me up until the Gatorade. No, Gatorade has actually invested a lot through the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, and I've studied with Gatorade the last 6 months on how you can fuel the fitness athlete, the recreational athlete that wants good choices. But this, for example, after a workout, has 110 calories. And this is good because you need both carbohydrates and proteins after a workout, not just proteins. So actually, the new G Series Fit line is a very healthy line after the workout, the 03. If you want some additional electrolytes, you can also go to the 02. Once again, it has electrolytes in there, some sodium, so if you're getting a good workout, you can have that. Versus the G Series, if you're an extreme athlete, you're going, 60, 90 minutes or more, then you may want the G Series. But the G Series Fit actually is a very good line if you're looking to get some replenishment and recovery as well. I also recommend, so you guys know some of the questions about the protein, I'm a big advocate of the whey protein isolate. So 2 or 3 times a day, you may want to put like 2 scoops in your bag and get that. And then here's the deal, listen up. Before you go to bed, have some casein protein, okay? Casein protein is different than whey protein isolate. The casein protein is going to be a slower digesting protein. So right before you go to bed, have your casein protein, and this way the 6, 7, or 8 hours of sleep that you're getting per night, you're not going into starvation mode and your muscles aren't starving, because casein is slower digesting. Your muscles are being fed with casein protein throughout the night, which is going to keep your lean muscle tissue. In the Get Serious campaign, we're trying to lose fat, not necessarily weight. We're trying to lose fat and not just where we're losing weight. I want you to get stronger. I want you to get leaner. And these are some great choices on how to do that. If you have any more questions about that, much of this can be found in my book, The Impact Body Plan. So if you have questions, use this as a resource for you. This is a very simple, clean solution for your nutrition, right? Now, if you want to eat well, you don't have to get crazy and diverse. Keep it plain and keep it simple, and make good choices. Keep it pure. The less stuff it has in the ingredients, the better. So that's the Get Serious nutrition aspect, and keep the questions coming on what you're serious about. If you have more nutrition questions, ask me that. How about the exercise stuff? Because again, between training and nutrition, it's going to get your mind right. So regardless of where you want to go in your career and your profession, then you're going to get serious. So there you have it. I wanted to share some more aspects of the nutrition. Keep tweaking it. Write in your journals. Keep your food logs of how you're feeling, how your energy levels are, because your physical energy and your mental focus is the most important things you have. So without further ado, I'm getting ready for my own workout. I'm going to eat some lunch. I'm going to get my own workout in today. Do something today that's going to get you better. Make sure you eat right, make great choices, exercise, train hard, eat right, and of course, live inspired. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you real soon. Peace and God bless.